Well, after about a dozen test rides and in 3 years, I actually found something I liked enough to buy. Um, I was pretty interested in the DR800, you know, the dual sport V-Strom. But I had to have a word with myself. I've had a T7 and it's just too big and heavy, you know, for a dual sport job. So I had a word with myself, stick to the 300 and find myself a road bike. So I tried the 800, the bloke said, try the 1050. I said, I've had one, you know, V-Strom back in the day. He said, they have changed. He said, take it out. He said, nothing else to do. So I took it out. The big daddy long legs, tall thing. So I had it out over the Yorkshire Moors, over Holmfirth and round there, and I was surprised by it. It had outstanding suspension, you know, for these smaller roads, and it handled really well. It's quite a nimble thing, like a fat retired footballer who you think can't play. He's still quite light on his toes, you know. Above all that, everything else, you know, stonking motor as always, the V-Strom. It's, you know, I enjoyed the motor last time. But above anything else, I really had fun on it. You know, kind of floated my boat, if you like. So I did try the road one. So it was a comparison. It was a little bit tighter, a little bit firmer suspended, but considering where I like to ride, which is kind of off the beaten track a little bit. What I mean by that is, you know, unclassified roads, minor roads. I like to go rooting about, and I thought it fitted that bill better, to be honest. You know, that's a plus side, because I'm should bob on a bit. On the plus side, you know, I'm tall, and I'm constantly raising seats rather than lowering them, so it fitted me better. Shallowly, I thought it looked better. I wasn't expecting too much after the old V-Strom. That was a ill-tempered thing in town, and it had weak brakes, which I had to replace with stronger ones, and had a remap. The suspension was upgraded, and generally, you know, he had the mindset that I've been there and I've done that, but what a difference, you know, 15 years, mate. This thing is, yeah, it's a different bike in effect. I mean, you read stuff, when you watch stuff, people kind of, you know, problem with road testers, you know, is somebody else's sort of opinion, somebody else's you know, take on it. The only way you're ever going to find out is to cock your leg over one and ride one. You know, I've ridden all sorts, you know, the 800 class, the Transalps, the NT 1100, the Phaser, sorry, the Tracer 9, versus thousands, 1000 SE, Pan American. I like that. I like the Pan American a lot. Must be because I like ugly bikes. Hashtag, but yeah, I couldn't pull the trigger on that. It was just a matter of trust, really. That Pan America, you know, like any of them, isn't it? It was some bike, that. So yeah, there's a lot of talk. You know, it's too tall. Well, it's only too tall if you're not tall enough. I mean, I can flat foot this easily. It fits me. And people say, you know, the foot pegs are in the way when you're trying to move it. Well, the same answer really. If your legs are long enough, there's no issue at all. It's a non-issue. And the weight. I mean, it's, you know, it's up there, isn't it, with the big girls. But it's not as heavy as some, and it's nice for once, you know, being kind of an off-road type guy. I don't worry about the weight. Weight's immaterial to a point if you're sticking mainly to sealed roads. It's got the you know, the lovely sort of roll-on, roll-off throttle to prop it up. I mean, they say that it won't turn. You know, I mean, well, it does. It's not unreasonable at all. And then the 21-inch front wheel was another issue. But you know, if you're on more beaten up roads, the 21-inch wheel rolls nicely over the holes and the distressed tarmac, you know, where the tree roots grow underneath and all that kind of thing. It's just plush. It's supposed to be some sort of vague feeling with it, but you can see, you know, I'm riding on some wet roads now, it just feels normal to me. I don't have any issue at all. You have to push the tiller quite a bit, you know, because the 21-inch front wheel is gyrating away there. But these big wide handlebars, you know, kind of compensate a little for that. And there's no trouble at all, sort of, you know, riding what I would call normally, to get the thing, you know, to turn pleasantly. Yeah, one of the things I enjoyed on the test ride and since is the quick shifter. I've ridden quite a lot before. I weren't particularly impressed. I mean, most of them are alright going up the box to a point. But what struck me about this particular system is how nice it is coming down the box. The auto blipper is properly coordinated, really nicely done. And you probably won't be able to hear it very well, but you know, that is properly matched to the engine revs, and it's a pleasing thing to use. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. Proper nice thing. The other thing, the brakes are good on the bike. There's no doubt about it. They're plenty strong. And I was a little bit expecting, them to dive a lot. When you got a wriggle on. But again, it kind of surprised me. It's a big old bus, a lot of weight. And if you watch the front screen on it, and I put a little bit of brakes on, and I just get past this van. So yeah, a little bit of speed up. And if you watch the top of the screen, there's fairly aggressive braking. And, the dive is, I wouldn't say minimal, but it's more than acceptable. It's surprisingly good. I suppose it goes hand in hand with the suspension, which, as I say, is a recurring theme. It's just brilliant for these horrible patched roads. The motor, it is a big step up from where we used to be. The low down fueling is nothing short of excellent. Really sort of pleasing. I mean, you can even get away, with fourth gear, no trouble at all. I mean, it's not a 4, it's a thumping V-twin. And my enjoyment of it is, like the last V-Strom I had, the motor was always strong. And it's strong. It's a proper strong unit. But I really enjoy the the engine braking. I like the twins. I'm not a lover of 4s. Never have been, to be fair. Yeah, the motor's come on there a long way. Its low fueling is nothing short of excellent. Of course, it's got that signature V-twin growl. Really makes a proper nice noise if you give it some. Hey! Yeah, strong motor, torque everywhere, and I enjoyed it last time I had the V-Strom. I never had any complaints about the power of it, none whatsoever. And the fuel consumption, the first couple of tanks ended up just around 50 miles to the gallon, which isn't bad considering I'm just mooning about, not touring. So 50 to the gallon is somewhere realistic. Maybe a bit more if you keep the throttle even for longer, which isn't easy to do when you're local. But yeah, she's proper good fun on these back roads. I think what Suzuki have tried to do, or have done, they've tried to bring up the spec of the bike, to compete with some of the poshy stuff in the market, and they've done that. There's no doubt about it. It's quite a high spec machine. It's got lots and lots of stuff that lots and lots of stuff that They're up there with the big boys. You know, they got, I don't know, bloody hill assist and quick shifters and modes and gravel modes and switchable this and 28 million access IAU, intelligent distributed braking and all sorts of sort of novelty stuff that you don't really need. But you know, value-wise, they've not been able to get the price they're trying to command for it. So that's where you kind of step in, you know, at the 10 grand mark for a pre-reg. You know, I just went online again and just had it delivered from down south. It's a main Suzuki dealer, 500 mile, full Suzuki boxes on, 10 grand. You know, it's you know, a grand cheaper than the new Transalp with a set of boxes on. This is a much better proposition than a Transalp for a long distance tourer. So there's some value in it. The value's all well and good, as long as you like it. And you know, I'm absolutely loving this. I think it's brilliant. The off-road, it's this kind of stuff. It's absolutely outstanding, the suspension. I mean, you say you don't feel it, obviously. You feel the bike moving, of course, but the quality of the damping is appropriate to, you know, the class of the bike. I think it's not the electronic stuff, and I'll be honest. I mean, and I am being honest. I've tried the electronic stuff on the Tracer 9, and you put it in sports mode, and it was just rock hard. Proper jolty kind of thing, you know. And some of the modes, you know, I guess if you're on a racetrack or something, it makes sense, but down here it make no sense whatsoever. Sport and the off-road aspirations it's got. I reckon Suzuki have got, you know, realised that, you know, most people aren't going to go any serious off-road on this thing. And they set it in such a way that you know, to take these road less travelled sort of big bumps, probably can't see on the video, you have to be a bit careful, there's slivers of gravel in the middle, but you know, these are quite big hits, and floating is probably, you know, a little bit of an exaggeration. Well, this stuff here, you know, so controlled. Yeah, just hooning around. on the back roads, and I think they've done a pretty decent job, Suzuki, with they know it's not going to be a hardcore off-road bike, but you know, this kind of distressed path, you know, no disrespect to the Versys, you can take anything down here, you've got to be careful, got road tyres on, but you know, she was all done and dusted at 20 mile an hour down here, you know, bottoming out and generally telling you that it's not going to happen. And the suspension on this is pretty damn decent. It feels very compliant. I mean, holding up all that bloody weight that she has, you know. But you know, if you want to piss about for a bit, she's that third gear, flexible, like the T7, very very flexible, and yeah, she'll soak up the odd bump. There's some heft in this bloody thing, you know, you have to be careful, you know, what you're doing with it, but you know, you come across, you know, stuff that's a bit beaten, a bit loose, and I'm being honest, you know, just put it in third, it's as soft as your pocket. It's like the T7, it's just all that sort of low down torque, and all this beaten up stuff, you know, is be careful, I've only got road tyres on, but you know, the old Versys would be tapping out at 20 mile an hour down here, and very, very plush, very plush indeed. She's you know, they've dialed in some proper sort of sympathetic damping on this thing, but you know, the CRF's 140 kilograms bloody lighter. She's very, very plush there, you know. So it just opens up under the little door, doesn't it? You know, yeah, I rode one of my mates' XTs, 3 or 4, is it an XT, the one before it? Apparently Suzuki have put a new gearbox in it, the latest one. Longer first, the longer sixth. On the final drive, you know, the rear sprocket has gone from 40T to 45, I think it is, which is quite a big jump. Anyway, whatever they've done, they seem to have made it pretty dynamic. It's nicely spaced, you know. Kind of there's no gaps in that, and that gearbox, I mean, you can use you know, override it and just blip down in the normal way. Nice gearbox. No one's going to find any issue there, I don't think. So what's it really for? I mean, you know, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. So I have a job in mind for it. And the job is, to be honest, a Grand Tourer. I ride a lot on my own. I'm not bothered about, you know, extreme lean, you know, corner leaning angles or any of that nonsense. I just want to lollop along in total comfort and watch the world skip by. You know, it's difficult to. To summarise, really, she's certainly in the heavyweight class with the 1250 GS, the Pan American, and those kind of machines. And when you compare, I suppose, the weights, you know, what it is. My take is just ride one yourself. It helps if you're tall, but what I've found is that I preferred it over the road version because I enjoy, you know, these kind of roads more, and I think on these type of roads the suspension is absolutely outstanding. I think Suzuki have kind of got that beaten road sort of damping just where you'd like it to be, you know. The quick shifter is the best I've ever tried. The general sort of steering, damping and ride quality is, you know, for 10 grand, it's hard to beat. Yep, that's not the new price, but you know, it's 5 months old, 500 mile, first service done, full luggage, 10 grand, and that is bloody good fun, I'll tell you that. I mean, that's motorway speed on a unclassified road, and it feels like how it just floats over it. Big tiller and the 21-inch front wheel seem to work somehow. So having had it, you know, like 10 days, I'm actually enjoying it more than I thought I would. It's consummate tourer and bloody good fun. I mean, that's the trouble with motorbikes, is that they're all things to all people, and I suppose the problem with listening or reading, you know, ride reports is that no matter how much you watch or read, you can't figure it out until you ride one yourself. So yeah, that would be the answer, is to go and have a go, make your own mind up. Yeah, I like it. It's going to be a good bike for me, this, I think. I'm really enjoying it. So that's it from me. Keep well, keep safe, and keep riding. Cheerio.